Hey everybody, good afternoon. I'm Dustin Strong and this is the end of our Ask Me Anything hour. So this is where we ask or answer any questions that you've emailed us over the week. And if you have questions now, you want to type them in line, you can. Or if you have a question about nutrition, about health, about anything that has to do with living a healthy lifestyle, you can email us at info@strongonhealth. We have a very short one today. Just two quick questions. One could be a very long answer, but I'm going to make it short because we're working on a project to answer that. And that question is, what do I eat in a day? And it does change, and actually it changes from day to day, and it changes over the course of a month, but I do have a set list of things that I try to incorporate. Because one of the biggest ambitions we have here is trying to figure out a diet that really satisfies not only the appropriate macronutrients, but all the micronutrients. We're really concerned about making sure that we have enough magnesium and calcium and iodine and zinc and copper and iron and all of these different micronutrients that if you talk to different people are going to say, well, everything is a magnesium deficiency or everything is this a deficiency. And the truth is we need all of them, and we need all of them a little bit all the time, and we need appropriate amounts. Now, figuring out the ranges that are appropriate is another challenge, but I'm going to answer your question about what I do in reference to one particular mineral that we're putting our attention on this month, and that's iron, because iron is actually the most common mineral deficiency there is, and it's the one that people can most identify with, or they know more about. And one of the major things that people struggle with today is fatigue, and believe it or not, not having enough iron can be a massive contributor to fatigue. Why would that be? It has a lot to do with the transfer of oxygen throughout your body. And if you can't get enough oxygen into your tissues, you're gonna have a hard time with energy. It's very important to energy production. So we wanna be mindful of iron. And so in reference to what I eat in a day, I make sure that I'm eating certain things that are gonna get me to a range that would be optimal. Now, the number that is thrown around throughout scientific circles that people need is 8 milligrams a day. So 8 milligrams a day is what is gonna be my rough target. People who are postmenopausal, it's going to be around 18 a day. So think about that when you're trying to get enough iron. And then women who are pregnant, it's going to be even higher. It's going to be somewhere around 27 milligrams. Now, I'm not sure where they came to exactly those numbers because everybody's different heights, different weights, different experiences. So we have to think about a range. But I'll tell you two things that I do to make sure that I stay within an appropriate range. And one of them, you guessed it, is raw nuts and seeds, the healthy handfuls. So in a handful of walnuts every day, I'm getting roughly 2 milligrams. In a handful of cashews, I'm getting roughly 4 milligrams. So I know that every day I'm getting a little bit of what I need in the best possible way. The phytic acid, if it's not sprouted, will inhibit your ability to get that iron, so I do sprouted nuts. So that's gonna get me halfway there. And on the days that I eat lentils, the days that I eat beans, those are going to get somewhere around 6 to 8. So I know that I'm hitting that target in those days overall. Salmon's going to give me a little bit. So there's a few foods in there, but always as a baseline, this is one of the major reasons I'm always doing a handful of raw nuts and seeds every day. I know there's a gazillion times that I've said this, but I'm going to give you a gazillion reasons why, and it's why I've integrated it into my life. Now, that being said, something super important that I want you all to pay attention to. It does not matter if you're taking an iron supplement, if you're taking a magnesium supplement, if you're taking a zinc supplement, if you're taking all of these supplements, if you're not digesting it. And this is why we are putting together a talk for the public at 4-Day Weekend on the 28th. This is an incredibly important topic for anybody who's taking any mineral or vitamin supplement. You should definitely come to this to understand whether or not you're getting any value from it at all. We have to understand before any of that whether or not our digestion works, and that's what that talk is all about. So if you are taking a supplement, or if you know anybody who is or has any questions about it, this is the talk to bring them to. It's free to the public. It's going to be a 4-day weekend. We're going to be giving you all kinds of information about that, but put that on your calendar. It's going to be very, very important. A lot of the times that people have problems with iron is that they're eating enough of it, but they're not digesting it. They're not getting that value out. And again, we always talk about everything in conjunction. It's a holistic approach. In order to be able to utilize that iron, you also have to have vitamin A, and you also have to have zinc and copper. It all has to be in there. And when I eat my cashews, the iron and the copper are in there. When I eat my walnuts, it's all in there. Nature has packaged it for us beautifully. So when you're thinking about things that could be contributing to your fatigue or for energy loss or anything that you might be associating with an iron deficiency, before going out and just getting any old iron supplement, making sure you understand, first of all, that you're digesting it and they're getting it balanced the way nature gave it to us. Now, a lot of people say spinach. Spinach is a great way to get that. And actually, there's a lot of information out there that will be competitive with that. There are things in the spinach that make it so that the iron in there is not the best actual source. But we're going to go into that a little bit more at that talk for you. So every time I'm on here, I'll tell you a little bit more about it. But on Thursday, I think we're going to do a little bit of a chronicling of what I'm actually eating over the course of the day so that you guys can get a better idea of how I'm finding and satisfying all of those micronutrient deficiencies or needs on a daily basis in my diet. Okay, if you guys don't have any other questions, just keep that in mind this month. We're going to be focusing on those essentials that we need. Does eating strawberries with spinach help? Well, that's a really interesting question. Actually, you know what? Lemon juice on the spinach is going to be the best way to make sure that you're helping. It's the oxalates that we're concerned about in the spinach, since you asked, that make it a little more difficult. And the lemon juice with that, if you're going to do spinach, make sure you do it with a little bit of lemon juice. That's going to make a massive difference in how your body utilizes that. But be mindful, of course, of your iron intake. It's very important. And another thing we're talking about, some people have too high of iron. And ironically, this is going to be the one time I made a suggestion for someone to eat nuts that are not sprouted, because then the phytic acid will actually help with the reduction of the iron in the system. So there's always something that you can do with your diet to be able to balance things out and make sure we're getting everything that we need. And wouldn't that be amazing to find out if you could have all of the actual micronutrients you need and know that you're satisfying it? That's what we're working on here. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Hope this was helpful. If you have any friends out there with questions about iron, this is the place to send your questions to. Any other questions, we're going to try to get to them on Thursday at 12:45. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.